we can start with President Mehta. What can ordinary citizens do to support this effort?
Express their voice. Once we've done our job of creating awareness, as I said, the groundswell will have to happen. That will only happen first by creating awareness. So at two levels, at the highest level, advocacy is important. At the grassroots level, it's very important that we create awareness. Once awareness is created, people, I'm sure, will, as you said, groundswell is so very important. People will react to that. Over a period of time, opinion will get formed. And when opinion gets formed in the countries, well, the voter is a powerful person. In democracies, they make all the difference. Who knows? The next election in countries, they could be because of this one particular issue. These are things that will have to be taken up at that level. So it will only happen first by creating awareness and at the same time creating advocacy at the highest level. To me, it's a two-pronged approach, and then I'm sure things will move.
Thank you. Vice President Carbonnier, what do you think? What can ordinary citizens do to support this effort?
I would like first to echo what Shekhar Mehta just said, awareness. I think that an event like the one today is crucial because it really contributes to get all of us informed, and we can then in turn inform our peers about the risks that are really very serious and the consequences of nuclear weapon use and the importance, but also the feasibility of nuclear disarmament. And that's where I want to echo what also Izumi Nakamitsu was saying about practical and realistic measures. And I would just like to remind us that in the laws of war, international humanitarian law, has been built in conversation with the militaries. These were not just dreamers wanting to have laws that would regulate war in the void. It was really a conversation between what are the dictates of military necessity and security on the one hand, and the imperative of humanity on another, and how to strike a proper balance. And I think that we have made great strides, but as Izumi was saying, it takes time. For some very important convention, like the Convention or the Protocol to prohibit chemical and biological weapons, it took 50 years for some of the major players to join. And I think this is through advocacy, awareness raising. And I think we shouldn't underestimate the power of ordinary citizens' engagement, because we have seen that this is through that engagement that the prevailing narrative of nuclear weapon has really shifted from a political to a human-centered debate. And I think this really contributed to the adoption and to the entry into force of the Treaty for the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. So I think, frankly, nuclear weapons are a common threat to our shared humanity. And when trying to strike a balance, I think the elimination of nuclear weapons as a long-term goal is our common responsibility, and every citizen has a right but an interest in mobilizing in this direction.
Thank you, I completely agree. And Izumi, what do you feel ordinary citizens can do to support this effort?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to echo both President Mehta and Vice President Carbonnier. But especially for young people, I want to send my message. I mean, these are not necessarily an easy issue. So let's, start with getting an interest, study, discuss amongst your friends, in your classrooms, in your friends groups and clubs, etc. And form your own opinion and think about what you can actually do as a young person in the world. You can see how young people's movements have really started to influence the course of events in the climate change issues. The same can be done, and it should be done, on the other existential threats, nuclear weapons danger. But the first step for younger people is to get an interest and study. And here at the UN, we take a very important interest in the educational materials and learning opportunities, especially for younger people, so that they can be properly empowered, equipped with the knowledge and the skills, and have opportunities also to network amongst themselves, and themselves actually becoming an important actor in the international scene and the national scene, so that their voices will be reaching those important platforms, including at the national political scenes, but also at the international, some of those platforms that I've pointed out. So, you know, let's start from there. Let's have conversations. Let's follow, you know, social media, and then, you know, register on this kind of a webinar, and that will provide you with an important opportunity for you to actually start taking your first step.
Thank you so much, Izumi, and what a wonderful note to finish on. I think we really have had a really wide-ranging discussion, but it has focused the mind and focused the heart. And I hope that as we've deliberated on the state of play, the urgent priority that nuclear abolition presents, that we have done so in a way that is respectful and honoring of the witness of nuclear survivors from Hiroshima, from Nagasaki, and also all of those test survivors from around the world. So many of them indigenous people on whose land nuclear violence was enacted. I'm grateful to each of you for your time and your energy and your efforts, not only today with us here, but every day in the work that you do to inspire and promote a more peaceful world. And I look forward to eliminating nuclear weapons with you as we go forward. Thank you all for being with us here today. And please go in peace today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.